Yo, what's up guys? This is Rise and welcome to another video with Decidueye. This time a shiny Decidueye coming at you in the Open Ultra League. These videos and battles are submitted by Mr. Mikey Morg. Super cool dude. I got the chance to meet over in Japan for Worlds this past year. And also a local of Fishy Legs who you saw in the last video, which I recently found. I both knew they were from Australia, of course. Didn't know that they were locals that oftentimes play Community Day together. We got Fishy Legs doing the Great League remix. Mikey Morgs told me he had some insane battles in the Ultra League as right away Decidueye is making people top left. What is this? I think I might have given Fishy Legs the sore end of the stick because the Great League remix battles, the Decidueye did all right. It had one game where it went off, but it was a little bit meh. But is Decidueye the sauce in the Ultra League? We're going to find out here as Tapu Fini leads against the Nidoqueen. More favorable matchup for Nidoqueen since it's going to be able to be a bit more oppressive with the super effective poison damage. And as you see, Tapu Fini only going to be able to reach one Surf in this matchup. Grabs a shield. We see the safe swap into the Decidueye. And going to be able to tank the first Poison Fang. Let's see how much this does. Not that much, and you just see how crazy difference the bulk is from Great League to Ultra League. Massive difference, really, between the Great League and the Ultra League for this bulk of Decidueye. And a move coming through from the Greedent. Is it going to be a crunch? No, they don't seem to have crunch, and unless they're just unnecessarily baiting. But no crunch on the Greedent is going to be really nice for Decidueye, who's going to spam off the Frenzy Plants here. And here we go, another Frenzy Plant coming through for the Decidueye. Grabs a shield and tried to dip out of there, but Green's going to fire off another move. But once again, just a body slam. This is going to allow the swap out, and it doesn't quite reach the surf. That's unlucky. Let's see what Mikey Morgs decides to do. This is kind of awkward, to be honest, because, yeah, you can't really come in with the Decidueye because I think you just get jabbed down first. So is forced to come in with Registeel and eats an Earth Power. Luckily, it's the Ultra League, so Earth Power doesn't do quite as much. Gets off another move. Is this just a Fang? I wasn't really counting myself. Move comes through. It's just a Fang. That's unfortunate. And is he going to commit to the full lock-on down? Oh, my. Oh, my. Is he playing to the win con, going for a full lock-on down? Nah, it's the Earth Power. But gets... Is there something he could one-shot in the back? Maybe like a Swampert? ABA ground? Hello? Is there a win con still? Also, how healthy was the Greedent? I forget. Oh my god, no. Oh my god, no. Oh my god, Brave Bird. Double super effective damage coming through. Whoosh! Washes away. And somehow gets to the Frenzy Plant first against the Greedent. What is happening? Decidueye pulling win cons out of nowhere. Oh my goodness gracious. This is ridiculous. Mikey Morgs, when he sent me the footage, he said, I'm not going to say that Decidueye is good, but the battles seem to prove otherwise. And right now, that's exactly what we're seeing. What on earth is going on? What on earth is going on? Decidueye going crazy here. Let me see if I'm quoting him correctly. If I pull up his message over here. He said, yeah, I'm not saying Decidueye is good, but the results kind of say otherwise. Unreal. I would say a slightly positive lead into the Swampert. The Sims, I believe, tell you that Swampert wins this matchup because it has it baiting Hydro and landing Earthquake. So Swampert can win this matchup. However, oh, and a beautiful catch onto Decidueye. Let's see how much a move does here. Hydro Cannon. Chunks. It just shows you how strong Swampert is. And in comes the Walrein. But Walrein is going to CMP tie the Decidueye here on the Frenzy. Bro, they don't know. They don't know that it's running Frenzy now. They're not shielding the Frenzies. They're not shielding the Frenzies. But Walrein does hang on by a sliver of health. And I guess they're out of there. Okay, they felt like there was no coming back from that apparently. Maybe they were soft to Tapu Fini and they just felt like now that Tapu was going to be too much of a problem to handle. But depending on what the back mon was, it might have not been over, right? Because like Reggie aligned with Swampert was kind of rough. Opponent might have called it early. Who knows? Maybe they had something in back that was going to be no help to them. This is a little bit of a core breaker. The Ampharos, it's good against the Tapu, of course, with that electric damage. It also has access to Brutal Swing, which would be really threatening to the Decidueye. So it's forced to come in with Registeel here. And going to throw the Zap Cannon, assuming that they're going to shield. Going for that Zap Cannon debuff. This is a huge decision here. Gets the shield, but no debuff. Very unlucky. And now Ampharos will have an opportunity to throw 2 moves before Reggie gets to 1. Another Brutal Swing coming. The next Brutal Swing won't KO. And the opponent actually lets Mikey Morgs get to another Focus Blast first. This will threaten the second Protect Shield. Now, this is really awkward because I think you have to aggressively swap here, because if you stay, you're probably going to get Volt Switch down. But it looks like Mikey... Okay, he is going to swap. Opponent catches on their Tentacruel. Oh, no. This looks like it's a loss in the making. Tentacruel is just such a hard counter to Tapu Fini here. Resists everything. Dishes out super effective damage. I don't personally see a way out of this unless the Decidueye can, like, pull off the impossible. He does still have a shield, I guess. He could, like, pull off a catch somewhere. But this just looked kind of impossible, to be honest. Decidueye awaiting its task. Comes in against the Tentacruel. They wait to see what comes in, and then they throw their energy. Sludge Wave. Yikes, dude. That's going to hurt. Maybe you go for a catch. Does successfully catch. Okay. The opponent's switch timer should be up. But they are shieldless. So maybe it's not over. Oh, are they going to let themselves get farmed? They let themselves get farmed down. What are they doing? What are they doing? Loses CMP to Ampharos. That's surprising. I would think you win CMP. Loses CMP to Ampharos. It wasn't a CMP. Unlucky. He lagged a turn. He lagged a turn and thought... Oh, no. He lagged a turn and thought it was a CMP. So he doesn't get off the frenzy. What was the Pokemon that was still left? Would that have changed the outcome? I'm forgetting what the third Mon was. Oh, Steelix was still full health. Steelix was still full health, so no, I don't think that would have changed the outcome. But that is unfortunate. Niantic, fix your game. Sometimes I get comments. Occasionally. You guys are like 97% super positive. But I get the occasional comment like, Rise never calls out Niantic. Like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a positive individual, and I usually focus on the positive, not the negative. But, yes, Niantic needs to fix their game, especially when it comes to one-turn lag. That's the thing that bugs me the most in terms of things they need to fix. All right, lands the Mooney B against the Giratina. This is normally not a great matchup for Tapu Fini. Oh, it correctly shields the Shadow Force. Gotta love that animation, though, right? Isn't that one of the best charge move animations? All right. Oh, okay. Did they get... There's no way they got to a second Shadow Force, did they? Just a Dragon Claw. So Tapu gonna come out of here with a billion gazillion energy. Oh, my God. Opponent, bro. What are you doing? What are you doing, bro? Yo, opponent, bro. Tried to catch the Moonblast on Charizard. I mean, I like the creativity. But, like, let's say you successfully catch the Moonblast on Charizard. Then your Charizard is locked in against the Tapu Fini. Like, I don't think that's going to help too much, but... I like the creativity, at least. You might actually live a Dragon Claw from here. It'll be close so you can live a Dragon Claw. Oh, wow. It wasn't actually that close. Lived it pretty comfortably. Surf coming through. Surf's up, dude, as we like to say. And now you got this Decidueye against the Poliwrath. Gonna have to eat an Icy Wind, but should be able to live it no problemo. Decidueye eats the Icy Wind. He's like, I may be a grass type, but I don't know. Finish that thought. Finish that thought in the comments. I don't know where I was going with this. I don't know where I was going. Decidueye kind of looks like a flying type, by the way. It kind of looks like a flying type. Like it could be a grass flyer, but it's a grass ghost. It's a grass ghost, going to help it against fighting type Pokemon. Help it against normal type Pokemon. And now we see Tapu Fini into Deoxys defense. I would say favorable for Tapu Fini, especially if it's running Rock Slide. If it's running Thunderbolt, pretty even. But they probably are running Rock Slide because they're just Psycho Boosting and dipping here. Only needed 5 counters. They're going to exit into Greedent. This is kind of awkward, right? Like, if they're running Crunch, Greedent can actually sort of hold its own against Reggie. But it has to commit shields, of course. So Maybe Mikey Morgs wanted to just chip the damage a little bit before going Reggie, so that way a Focus Blast is more threatening. Because from full health, a Greedent should be able to take a Focus Blast. Instead, going to opt for the Zap Cannon. I actually like this play. I don't think Focus Blast one-shots, so since you're dealing no fast move damage, going to opt for the Zap Cannon. Again, no Zap Cannon debuff. Mikey Morgs getting a bit unlucky with his Zap Cannons. Crunch coming through, no debuff from the Crunch. Now just going to go for Focus Blast since it's a little bit cheaper, it looks like. And maybe doesn't expect the Greedent to expend a shield in this situation. They can swap out if they want, but no, they're going to stay. Focus Blast coming through. Reggie going beep, beep, beep. Focus Blast knocks out the Greedent. Greedent goes bye-bye. In comes DD. Now I presume you come in with Decidueye here, no? Yeah, comes in with the Decidueye. Really solid matchup here against DD. Decidueye gonna eat the Rock Slide. In comes Steelix. Maybe waiting. Okay, waiting for the Steelix to expend a move and then gonna go Tapu perhaps. And okay, they Psychic Fangs. Gonna build up energy. And you know, Leafage throws me off. Leafage, it's weird. Like it's a 2-turn fast move, but the animation almost looks 3 turns to me for some reason. It kind of trips me. I don't know if anyone sees the same thing I'm seeing, but I don't know. It confuses me a little bit. Gonna shield the move here from Steelix. It is just the Psychic Fangs, and these Dragon Tails are not gonna do very much. So throwing the Surf, probably hoping to get the last shield here from the Steelix. And that's exactly what happens. In comes DD. Uh-oh, this DD is pretty healthy. Committing to the Moonblast. That looked like a CMP. And now I think if you farm down the DD, you win the game. Oh my gosh. Gonna save the shield. Gonna be able to farm down the Deoxys. And then win charge attack priority against the Steelix to win the game. Wow, what a game that was. Opponent probably could have thrown Psycho Boost earlier to pressure that shield first. I think that might have been their better play. But wow, great game. And it's on to the next one. As Jay-Z once said. Next opponent, they're playing the electric guitar, but are they going to rock and roll this matchup? It's a neutral lead. If Greedent is running Trailblaze, this could be kind of bad for Mikey Morgs. But no, they're going straight for Body Slam. They threw right away. If you're the Greedent, like I would probably overfarm at least a little bit here to just make your opponent think about the Trailblaze. Probably doesn't really matter too much, but I don't love the swap here for Mikey Morgs. I'm going to be critical. I don't love the swap because if they Body Slam your Tapu, they're probably running Crunch. Now this is kind of a bad matchup for the Decidueyes. Crunch nearly 2 shots. But maybe from Mikey Morgs' perspective, he feels like he has to swap to lure out like a potential Fire type. Maybe that's what he's thinking here. And we're going to play out this matchup. Decidueye going to put up the second shield already against this Greedent. Going to go for another Frenzy Plant. This should knock out if it connects. Frenzy Plant grabs the second shield, and now we're just dancing. We're doing the tango, or are we doing the salsa? Let me know in the comments. Are you a tango person, a salsa? If you're like, Rise, just stop. I don't care about dancing. I want to watch the battle. I hear you too. And now we're in one of the more annoying matchups where Giratina is so bulky. It does have Shadow Sneak, so it can at least hit for neutral damage, but this is a matchup that takes a long time because neither Pokemon can really hurt each other too much, and they're both very bulky, tremendously bulky. So this matchup takes quite some time, and they're going to spam off some moves, or I shouldn't say spam. It's not like they're getting to them that quickly. But Zap Cannon coming through might pull off another debuff. And this is where you have to start being conscious of a potential timeout type situation. So like if you think a game could potentially go to timeout, not sure what the opponent's doing here. I don't know why they would want to catch a Focus Blast on their Greedent. I don't know how that benefits them. I feel like you want to save the Greedent, personally. In comes Gira. I guess they wanted to clear their debuff. Maybe that's what they were thinking. But that Greedent still had a nice chunk of health. That Greedent was still valuable. So I don't like the play from the opponent. They're going to get off all this energy against the Tapu, though. So let's see. Maybe they know something I don't. Moonblast coming through. This should easily knock out the Giratina from this health range. Tapu Fini knocks out the Giratina. One Pokemon remains. It's a 1v3. Can Poliwrath do it? No, it's going to have to eat a Moonblast to the face. Moonblast going to do so much damage coming through. Puts Poly into the red. But Poly does get the full farm down. Does the Decidueye have a move? Is it in Icy Wind range? Oh, the show and go. The peekaboo play. What a catch for Mikey Morgs. Mikey Morgs rising to the occasion and getting the win. What a play. What a win there from Mikey Morgs. The classic peekaboo play. The opponent, from their perspective, right, they're so close to going down, they have to throw pretty quickly before getting leafage down. And Mikey Morgs able to take advantage and steal a win away there. Always nice when you can pull off that peekaboo play. I feel like I pull off those types of plays when I'm not recording. It's the worst thing. Shadow Excadrill, very spicy from the opponent. Very spicy, but catches a tough lead against the Tapu Fini. And now this is looking pretty rough for the opposition. Tentacruel, or Squidward as we call him here, matched up against Registeel. Very dominant matchup for Registeel. Because Tenta is so tanky, though, it can tank a Zap Cannon, so it's not like it just gets one shot. You're going to have to land 2 moves here if you're the Registeel, but you're not really threatened by the Poison Jab damage, that's for sure. And you're not threatened by the Scald too much as well. Another Scald comes through. But as you see, Reggie could still live another Scald if it so feels like taking another. Gonna throw the Zap Cannon here. Gonna knock out Squidward. In comes Excadrill, but because of the nice overfarm, and look at that, because of the nice overfarm by Mikey Morgs, actually gets to their Focus Blast. Excadrill would have had to throw right away to avoid that from happening. And Mikey Morgs feels like because he has 2 answers for the Excadrill, he can give up Switch here and swap in his Tapu Fini. Opponent is staying in, and they will reach a second draw run. So they are going to force a shield from the Tapu Fini. Now will they dip out? Oh, wow. They're ABA weak to the Tapu Fini. Obzun back. I do not recommend the team that the opponent is running. They are very ABA weak to Tapu Fini. They're very ABA weak to fighters. That is a crazy team. But honestly, it's not the craziest team I've seen because, like, it kind of makes sense, right? You're ABA weak to fighting, but you have a Tentacruel, which is like a hard fighting check. So it's not the craziest team I've seen. Doesn't reach the Moonblast. That's unfortunate. But I feel like should be in a fine situation. As long as you don't allow, like, a catch or something on the Excadrill. Should be chilling here. Night Slash coming through. Swaps in Exca. Gonna swap Reggie. Which does force Excadrill to throw energy here, so that makes sense. But I think Excadrill could have farmed a little bit more, no? And now Frenzy Plant coming through. This will definitely knock out. I was going to say should, but obviously will knock out. And as long as you live a Night Slash, and we saw how much that first one did. It did like 40% or so. Should be able to tank this Night Slash, no problem. And gonna get off the Frenzy. Oh, going for the Brave Bird BM. Mikey, you sly dog. Going for the Brave Bird BM to cap out. An incredible submission. This was supposed to be about getting a look at Decidueye early, see how it performs. And Mikey went ahead, outdid himself, and got absolutely ridiculous 2 sets of battles. Goes 8-1 in this video. There was actually a 10th battle that he lost. And I didn't not include it because I was trying to like clickbait like 8-1 run or anything instead of 8-2 run. But the 10th battle that he lost, it was glitching out. It like wasn't letting me download it. So, wow, insane. We had the peekaboo play. We had Decidueye like winning that game that seemed unwinnable, and I think the opponent might have misplayed one that was like that should have been a win. But in the end, an absolutely insane 8-1 run for Decidueye, played by Mikey Morgs, and Mikey Morgs said it himself. Is he saying Decidueye is good? He's not necessarily saying that, but he's saying the footage speaks for itself, and it did pretty dang well here. So maybe test it out yourselves at home if you guys feel like running Decidueye. See how it performs for you. Maybe try out this team if you have it. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. Comment down below. All comments are appreciated. I had someone that said to me they were going to send me some Spirit Shackle footage as well. So to be determined, they haven't sent it to me yet. I don't know if they're still planning on it, but we may see one more Decidueye video today with Spirit Shackle. And then later tonight, you're going to see a Pokemon that I don't think has ever been featured in the Great League before for Spicy Saturday. So let me know in the comments if you enjoy this early Decidueye footage and content. I mean, this video was kind of insane just in general. But let me know if you enjoyed the early look Decidueye footage. It's something I should continue to do on Community Day releases. It's been kind of fun staying up late and getting this stuff out to you guys. But yeah, all that said, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Comment down below. All comments appreciated. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. And all that said, thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.